How's it going, YouTube? Andrew from Team Gladiator here, showing you my deck profile that I brought to the Philadelphia Regional on September 13th, 2025. I played Regenesis Kashtira. I'm going to go over some of my matches with you guys and just explain some card choices of why I did some stuff, why I did not, and yeah, we're going to go from there. Basically, this deck was really well. It was great. Had some very unfortunate things early on in the regional. Ended up doing pretty decent overall. Sadly, I did not get my invite, but this deck, I loved it, and I'm going to continue playing it. Basically, round one, I ended up losing 2-0 to K9 Vanquish Soul. I had some very unfortunate luck in those in my opening hands. Game one, I opened up triple Fenrir and not a whole lot to go with it. And game two, I opened up a Kashtira Birth and a Kashtira Theosis, and again, not a whole lot to go with it. It just was very unfortunate. Round two, I also lost, actually. I won game one. It was about a 30-minute game one, and then I lost game two, and then game three, we ended up going into time, so we both ended up getting the double loss. It was against Luna Light, so overall, you know, deck was great. Nothing I could really done there. Sadly, we just ended up going into time. Round three, I got 2-0 against Malice. I ended up opening the Theosis and Kashtira Birth in both games, and not a whole lot to go with it. So the first 3 rounds, I've had like 4 almost unplayable hands and a match that went into time. So sadly, it was just really unfortunate with how it started. Round 4, I ended up winning. I 2-0'd a Centurion deck. Very easy. No concerns whatsoever. Round 5, I ended up 2-0'ing a K9 Cyber Dragon deck. I am playing Mega Fleet in the extra deck, so that card was huge against that matchup. Definitely was not the reason I won the match, but was a big factor to why I ended up winning. Round 6, I ended up winning 2-1 against Yummy. I just had game 1 was a very long game as well, and then I ended up just having complete control in game 2. In game 3, and it was not close in that game at all. Round 7, I ended up winning again. I 2-1 K9 Vanquish Soul this time. Game 1 was about a 24 or so minute game 1. Ended up winning that one. Game 2, I did end up misplaying. I don't know if it ended up costing me the game, but it definitely led to where I was not able to do some stuff, and that was completely my fault. Game 3, I just had total control, ended up winning that one. And then round 8, I played against Draco Tail. This is where I lost. I ended up going 4-4 at that point. At that point, a lot of X3s ended up getting the invite in top 64. Sadly, I was out by round 8. I ended up winning game 1. Game 2, he won. And then game 3, it was back and forth. We both kind of bricked. It was not that good of a hand. At one point, I ended up having to use Kashtira Birth to normal summon Regenesis Warrior. So at that point, you know it's bad. He also bricked. However, he ended up getting to some of his combo pieces first. So sadly, I ended up losing that one. There was not a whole lot I could have done. And then I did not play round 9 or round 10. Overall, though, I just had some very unfortunate luck early on in the regional with going to time, and then just not having not a whole lot of playable hands, sadly, and then just breaking round 8, game 3. At that point, I mean, I was on the bubble the whole time, but overall, the deck was phenomenal. I'm definitely going to continue playing it. So yeah, I'm going to show you the deck now. I do want to say I was not playing a hand trap version. I don't want to say I'm playing board breakers, but there is definitely more board breaker than the hand trap stuff. So we're going to get into the main deck. I'm not going to explain a whole lot with the standard stuff, of course, but 3 Archfiend, Sage, Lord was phenomenal, Warrior and Dragon, triple Unicorn, triple Fenrir. I was playing Protos. I summoned it one time, ended up helping me win that game. A couple other times I did draw it. I did not need to summon it because I was already winning, but this card was just phenomenal. Triple Regenesis, triple Code, Cycle. I definitely recommend playing 1 Cycle. You can set it with Lord and then use it to remove 2 cards from your opponent's field. Definitely was amazing card to play. Triple Planet, Theosis, and Birth. We ended up playing triple Book of Eclipse. This card was pretty good. It got ashed once. A couple other times ended up, I had to say, I used it to, protect myself from battle, of course. But overall, I used it a lot on my turn just to book their cards face down, just to kind of go off and get rid of their stuff. One card I was trying out was triple Book of Lunar Eclipse. This card was actually phenomenal. It was better than Book of Eclipse overall. On your opponent's turn, you can pitch it. Pitch a card to book them into monsters, basically. So you discard a Regenesis card, you get it back at the end phase. You discard a Kashtira card, you special it with Kashtira Birth. So overall, this card was just phenomenal. I used it for both protecting by battle and to book their stuff so I can make some plays. So I'm definitely going to continue playing through this. This card was amazing. Triple Extravagance and 1 Prosperity, 1 Talents. I drew it a couple times. I only ended up using it 1 time, but it was phenomenal when I used it. The other couple times I had it. It was later on, and I did not need to use it, even though I could have. And then Called By is great. For the traps, we're playing 1 Birth, triple Imperm, and triple Evenly. Evenly was one of the MVPs for sure. I lost almost every dice roll, so there was multiple times where I lost the dice roll, opponent goes first, and I opened with an Evenly, and it was just an amazing, first game every time that happened. So yeah, that's the main deck. It's 45 cards. I will probably cut it down a little bit come the new format, but overall, I did like most of the deck there. Onto the extra, we got Big Eye and Draco Stack. Both were phenomenal all day. Dark Realm was great. Red Eyes ended up making the Red Eyes, but you 100% need to play. There's plenty of times where you leave your opponent with 500 life points or less, so you just have this. So they really can't have the perfect out for it. Otherwise, you win. Did not make number 76 either. Ninjutsu, I made it once and was really good. Star Slayer and Zeus, both were phenomenal. Mega Fleet, I had the space. It came in a lot, claiming clutch against the K9 Cyber Dragon deck in round 5. Definitely helped me win. It wasn't the reason I won the first game, but it ended up helping me get to that point. IP, never ended up using it. SP, I only used it once. I used it to get it in the extra monster zone so I can make Mega Fleet. World Gears, did not summon it. However, in testing, every time I have made this, I ended up winning that same turn. Unicorn and Access Code, I did not summon either. Onto the side deck. Every single card in the side deck was so important. I ended up going with a very generic side deck where, depending on, instead of the usual siding for this matchup, I sided for if I was going first or second, and it just ended up being huge. So every time I ended up going second, I ended up siding in triple Lava Golem and triple Raigeki. These 6 cards came in every time I was going second, and they were absolutely amazing. And then the rest of the cards were going first, and that was triple Solemn Judgment. Sadly, this would go into 1 tomorrow, so I will have to replace it, but triple Solemn for the regional yesterday was amazing. Triple Warning was great as well. Played double Dragon's Mind. I'll probably increase this to 3 and take a Judgment out. And then I had to figure out what to replace the other Judgment for. And then I had 1 Skill Drain. I might put a Tikaboo in to replace the 3rd Judgment. But right now, the side deck, every single card was absolutely amazing yesterday. So that's my deck profile, guys. Comment, like the video, subscribe. Stay tuned for future videos. So yeah, other than that, I just wanted to show off this nice mat. I picked this mat up yesterday at the regional. It's the Paris World Championship 2025 play mat. It is beautiful. I also got a pack of sleeves and a deck box. And then I also ended up picking up a playset of Super Turbo Pack Upstart Goblins from my friend. He upgraded his to the QCRs. I've never been a huge fan of that rarity. So I ended up picking up some of the Turbo Pack Supers from him. And I am going to be, featuring that in a retro deck profile most likely next month at some point. So stay tuned for that. Other than that, I will be updating this deck profile most likely later this week for the new Forbidden Unlimited list that takes effect tomorrow. Anyways, guys, I will see you guys later. Later, guys.